Hi everyone, so I'm going to talk through my poster. Representations in visuospatial working memory depend on locations within the visual field. So we set out to examine the predictions of the slot and resource models of visuospatial working memory capacity by varying set size and eccentricity. We think that this provides quite a good test of the different predictions of the slot and resource models. So we used a spatial continuous report task. In the figure in the methodology, you can see an example trial. So we varied set size and number of dots to be remembered and the distance from the center of the screen or center fixation at which these dots appeared between 5 degrees and 10 degrees of visual angle, or 200 and 400 pixels. So we carried it out online first. From the graphs highlighted here, you can see that there's a really clear eccentricity and set size effect on imprecision and on guessing. So responses were more imprecise and were more likely to be guesses when set sizes were high. So after about set size 5, guesses were a lot more prevalent. And when items were located further from the center of the screen, they were more likely to be guesses. You can see that guessing was relatively stable when items were located closest to the center of the screen. There was no effects on guessing, but it's a bit difficult to say whether this experiment alone supports the slot or resource model, as the results are kind of consistent with both. So then we carried it out in the lab where center fixation was enforced. Now we removed any trials where eye movements were made. Again, you can see a really clear eccentricity effect on imprecision. It's less clear for guessing and misbinding. But you can see that there's a really clear set size effect on misbinding and slightly less clear on guessing. Items located closer to the center of the screen were more likely to be misbound, so reporting a non-target, whereas items located further from the center of the screen were more likely to be guesses. So this is slightly more consistent with the resource model, but the differences in eye movements might underlie the differences between these two findings. So we're currently carrying out a verification with Freeview and in the lab just to further verify our results. Thanks.